welcome everyone. My name is Dalit Soni and you are watching News on Map World by Drishti IAS. In this video, we'll be discussing certain locations from across the globe which has been in news in the past week that can be important for your examination. So let's start the discussion. So we'll be starting with the first question. The question 1 is that consider the following statement regarding the Black Sea. Romania, Turkey, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Russia, Georgia share borders with the Black Sea. We have to talk about the Black Sea. We will see that in the map. And then statement 2 is it is also surrounded by the Pontic, Caucasus, Crimean mountains. We will see whether these mountain ranges are around the Black Sea or not. Then moving further, it connects the Mediterranean Sea through the Bosphorus Strait and the Sea of Marmara and the Dardanelles Strait. Okay. Now, which of the following statement is or are correct? Now, we have to see the statements which are correct or not. Okay. Now, if we are talking about the countries, that is Romania, Turkey, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Russia and Georgia, and they share the boundary with Black Sea or not. This is Black Sea. Okay. And now looking at the states which are sharing, you can say the boundary, we will start with Russia. Then Russia, we have Georgia, we have Turkey or Turkey, then we have Bulgaria, Romania and Ukraine. So if we are looking at this particular map, we can say that all these you can say countries are having border with that, and these countries are given over here. Romania is there, Turkey is also there, Bulgaria is there, Ukraine is there, Russia is there and Georgia is also there. So we can say that statement 1 is correct statement. Okay. Now coming to the second one here, before going to that, we will be talking about certain of this particular area. Here you can see this is the Black Sea, this is your Mediterranean Sea. Now it is being connected to the Aegean Sea, and then we have these different seas like we have this Strait of Bosphorus. Okay. Then we have the Sea of Marmara over here, then the Dardanelles Strait. Okay. Now this is your Dardanelles Strait. Now if we are talking about this particular three points, that is Bosphorus Strait, Sea of Marmara and Dardanelles Strait, we can say that Black Sea is basically connected to Aegean Sea via these three you can say bodies, and then ultimately to the Mediterranean Sea. Okay. Now coming to the question over here, you can see it connects Mediterranean Sea through the Bosphorus Strait, Sea of Marmara and the Dardanelles Strait. Okay. So basically we can say that it is connected to Mediterranean Sea via Aegean Sea. Okay. So that statement is also correct over here. Okay. Now coming to the mountainous ranges over here, Pontic, Caucasus and the Crimean. Now here you can see these are the Crimean mountains. Okay. This is Black Sea, these are the Crimean mountains. Then we have the Caucasus which are over here, and then we have Pontic mountains which are over here. So we can say that that statement is also true. Okay. Other than that, when we are talking about this particular area of Crimean Peninsula, this has been in news. Other than that, you know that the Ukraine, Russia-Ukraine war is going on. So this area is also in news. Okay. Now this particular Kerch Strait is also important for us, because from the Russia, if we see the Crimean Peninsula, this is the entity which is connecting it. Okay. Now coming to the question again over here, it is surrounded by the Pontic, Caucasus and the Crimean mountains. This is also correct. So all the three statements which are given over here are correct. So option D would be your right answer. Okay. Now moving to the question number 2. Consider the following statement regarding the Strait of Gibraltar. Recently, the Strait of Gibraltar has been in news because there is this killer whale or orcas. These are called as orcas. Okay, these orcas are basically they are turning the boats over there, or you can say small yacht boats, and the you can say whatever you can say body or the yacht which is basically navigating through that particular area. These orcas are basically turning it over. Okay, it seems like they are taking some kind of revenge or etc. There are various theories related to it, but because of which this Strait of Gibraltar has been in news. Okay, now statement 1 is it is a waterway that connects the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, we will see that in the map. Then statement 2 over here is that the strait is located between the two continents. Okay. Now when we are talking about these two continents are basically, one is your Europe, second is basically your Africa. Okay. Now when we are talking about the statement 1, let's see over here. If we see, that is Strait of Gibraltar, this is Atlantic, this is Mediterranean. Okay. So that is one which is true. Second thing is, when we are talking about this Strait of Gibraltar which is over here, it is connecting first continent, that is basically your Europe. Second is African continent. Okay, so that is there. Now here you can see in a better way, this is Strait of Gibraltar. Okay, now this side we have Atlantic Ocean, this side we have the Mediterranean Sea. Here you can see we have Africa, here we have Europe. Okay, I hope that is clear. Now coming to the question again, here you can say both the statements over here are true. Option C would be your right answer. Okay, now moving further, question number 3. Where is Mount Ruang volcano, which was recently in news, erupted? Okay, so you can say when we are talking about this Mount Ruang volcano, which was in news recently, when we are talking about this volcano, in last 15 days, it has erupted 2 times. Okay, and now question is asking you, it was in news due to its recent eruption, which where it is located. Okay, so these are options: Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia. You can discard the D1. Okay. So when we are talking about this particular volcano that has erupted in the area of Indonesia, okay, Indonesia, you know that it is also when we are talking about Indonesia and the ring Pacific Ring of Fire, these are mostly subjected to earthquakes and volcanoes. Okay, option C, Indonesia, is right answer. Here you can see, as I told you, this volcano Ruang has actually in the last 15 days it has erupted twice, and that is why it was in news. Okay, so it is somewhere over here in Indonesia. So this is basically the archipelago of Indonesia, and here we have this Mount Ruang. Okay. Other than that, also Indonesia, when we are talking about in few years back, they have actually changed their capital from Jakarta to another island. So you can tell me that in the comment box that now which is the capital of Indonesia. Okay, or which island basically. Okay. Now moving further, question number 4. Where is Murmansk port, sometimes seen in the news, located? Finland, Indonesia, Russia, and Egypt. Okay, so it was a simple question that is asking about the Murmansk. Okay, so it is located in Russia. If we have a look at the map over here, so this is the Kola Peninsula, if you see, and in the Kola Peninsula we have this Murmansk. Okay, when we are talking about Murmansk, it is northernmost non-freezing port of Russia. Okay, when we are talking about the northern ports of Russia, most of the ports in Russia in the northern side, they are basically freezing because of the Siberian region, and the, you can say, ice caps are there. Okay, but now Russia is trying to capitalize this northern route. Okay, so that is why these particular ports are there in news. Okay, so when we are talking about the Murmansk, that is in Russia. Here you can see that is basically the northern sea route, that is Murmansk. Then we have Dixon, and then we have this Pevek over here. Okay, and most of the, you can say, these ports which are over here, they are freezing. They are having this you can say special feature that they got frozen in the winters because of the ice caps. Okay, now when we are talking about the Murmansk, that is the northernmost non-freezing port, okay, of Russia. So please keep that in mind. Now question number 5, consider the following statements. One is lithium triangle includes Brazil and the Ecuador along with Argentina. Second is India and Argentina have signed a lithium exploration and mining project for the first time. Which of the following statement is or are true? Only one, only two, both 1 and 2, and neither 1 or 2. Now when we are talking about the lithium triangle, there are certain, you can say, nomenclature which are given, like lithium triangle, we have golden triangle, we have golden crescent. Now when we are talking about these particular you can say nomenclature which are given, there are certain characteristics which are attached to it. Okay, now when we are talking about the lithium triangle over here, so here you can see this is basically the lithium triangle. If we talk about, so there are countries like Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile. These are the countries of South America. Now these three countries, or you can say this particular triangle, that hosts nearly 50%, or you can say more than 50% of the lithium reserves. And lithium is basically crucial nowadays when we are talking about the electronics industry, when we are talking about the solar panels, etc. Lithium and the batteries, etc. Lithium is quite prominent. Okay, even India is dependent on various countries for the lithium imports. Okay, now lithium triangle includes Brazil is not there, Ecuador is not there, Argentina is there. Okay, but the thing is, other two countries are over here, that is basically Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile. So these are the three countries which are basically hosting lithium. Okay, and when we are talking about second statement over here, India and Argentina have signed a lithium exploration and the mining project for the first time. This statement is correct. Okay, so when we are talking about the first statement, that is incorrect, because that is not Brazil, that is Bolivia. When we are talking about Ecuador, that is not Ecuador, this is Chile. Okay, so Chile, Ecuador, and Bolivia, these are the, Chile, Argentina, and Bolivia, these are the three countries basically which is hosting the lithium. Okay, and second statement is correct. Option B would be your right answer over here. Other than that, if we are talking about this is the picture of the agreement which we are talking about. Other than that, if we talk about the lithium reserves, here you can say that Bolivia, Argentina, Chile are the part of your golden triangle. Other than that, Australia is there, China is there. India is dependent on China. also for the imports. Okay, recently now we have made an arrangement with the, you can say, Argentina. Okay, so that is about your lithium. Now talking about the use of lithium, here you can say in the electronics and the batteries, etc., we are using the lithium. Here you can see mostly lithium is used in the batteries, and other than that, here you can see ceramics and the glasses, and here you can see other uses are there, and greases and lubricants, continuous castings, air treatment, polymers, etc., etc., they are basically using it. Okay, now moving further to the next question, that is question number 6. Which of the following countries is situated on the border of Mediterranean Sea? France, Greece, Spain, Italy. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Options are given, you have to choose the correct answer. Now when we are talking about these countries, France, Greece, Spain, Italy, let's see that on the map. When we are talking about the Mediterranean, this is basically your Mediterranean Sea, this is Europe, this is Africa, you know that. Here we have this Asia as well. So basically it is, you can say, sea or a water body which is encompassing around all the sides. The one is from Africa, Europe in the north, and Asia in the east. Okay, here you can see this is the Strait of Gibraltar, which we have already talked about. Okay, and it is basically a meeting point where Atlantic Ocean is connected with the Mediterranean Sea, that is Strait of Gibraltar. Now here you can see the you can say this is the Mediterranean, and all the countries which are surrounding it are given over here. Here we can start with the Italy. Okay, so this is the Italy, then France, then we have Spain, then we have Morocco over here, then we have Algeria. Okay, Tunisia is there. Here you can see this is Libya, Egypt is there. Okay, then Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Okay, other than that, there are various countries like Greece, Albania, all these things are there. And if we are talking about the extended part to the Adriatic Sea, okay, we have countries like Bosnia, Kosovo, Croatia, all these things are basically there. Kosovo is not having a boundary with the Adriatic Sea, sorry for that. But the thing is, these are the prominent countries which are over here. For your, you can say, examination, you can remember these countries like Italy, France, Spain, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Israel, etc. Israel is important over here because it has been in news for a while. Lebanon is there, Syria is there, Turkey is there, Greece is there. Now other than that, if we are talking about these countries, these are basically having a boundary with the Adriatic Sea, that is an extension of Mediterranean Sea. Okay, now coming to the options again, here if we see, France is there, Greece is there, Italy is there, Spain is there, so we can say that Spain is there, so we can say that all option D would be your right answer. Now moving further, question number 7. Consider the following pairs: Kunlun Mountains, Cambodia; Pamir Mountains, Russia; Taklamakan Desert, that is in China. Okay, now they are saying that which of the above pair is not correctly matched. Okay, so you have to choose the one which is not correctly matched. Now let's talk about the Kunlun Mountains. Okay, if we are looking at the map over here, and this is the place, or this is the mountain range, that is Kunlun. Okay, that is basically China. When we are talking about the Cambodia and China, they have no relation. When we are talking about the distance, that is a huge distance, so we can say that Kunlun is in China, so that is why first one is incorrect. Okay, now coming to the second one, that is in Pamir Mountains. When we are talking about the Pamir Mountains, this is in the north of, you can say, Himalayas. Here you can see, when we are talking about the Pamir Mountains, here this is Pamir Mountains. Here we have Himalayas. Okay, other than that, here you can see this is Afghanistan. Okay, and then Tajikistan, etc., etc. So Pamir Mountains, if we talk about, this is in China, or you can say that the Tibetan region. Okay, so that is also there. So Pamir Mountains over here, we can say that is over here somewhere in the north of India, but not in the place that is basically Russia. So we can say that it is not in Russia. In the north of India, we have this Pamir Mountains, and we have a Pamir Knot as well over here. Okay, now that is basically in Tajikistan, so that is also there. Now moving further to the next one, that is basically your Taklamakan Desert. When we are talking about this is in China, so we can say see that on the map over here. This is your Taklamakan Desert, that is in China. Okay, so that is correctly matched option over here. So we can say that option 3, or you can say statement 3 over here is correct. 1 and 2 are not correctly matched, and they are asking you which is not correctly matched. So option A would be your right answer, 1 and 2. Now the last part of the day, that is basically your practice question. Which of the following cities are correctly matched? Edmonton, USA; Chicago, Canada; Minsk, Poland. You have to choose the code which is correct. Okay, so you can attempt this question and answer in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.